Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to On Your Mental. This is the podcast that shares candid, open, and sometimes vulnerable conversations between and about men. This week's episode is a check-in episode. This is something that we've done for a number of episodes so far, where we check in with some friends on our work life, personal life, and mental health, and we're going to score all three of those things from a scale of 1 to 10. Everybody gets a turn. They're usually great episodes, and it's a nice time just to touch base. So, if you're new to the channel, I hope you enjoy. If you're not already, make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you in a moment when the episode starts. Peace. No. Does anybody else need glasses cleaner before we start this?
Penis cleaner?
Penis cleaner? I hardly know her. Fun fact. I'm actually the only person in my family that doesn't use glasses. The only one left.
Tough guy, huh?
Yeah.
He's better than everybody else.
It feels that way sometimes.
What I'm thinking is, I think you're just too proud.
Yeah.
to put them on?
Yeah.
So I've just been walking around blind.
This guy's got gunners in his day, so I really don't believe you don't have glasses.
I love gunners.
What I'm thinking is, you know, when you're doing things, your usual stuff, you can't really see that far. You can see close. Mm-hmm. So that's why you sit at the front of the class, right? And we call you a keener.
You remember how shit you treated me in high school in those classes, man? I loved it.
Let's open that up,
buddy.
I just remember Pedro's class. That was the worst. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We had a social studies teacher that we called Pedro. Why did you call him Pedro?
No, because we asked him. He said it's P. Anderson. Remember?
Oh, right.
And I was like, "What's the P stand for?" He goes, I'm like, "It's Patrick, right?" He goes, and which is actually his name, right? And he goes, "No." I'm like, "The fuck is it then?" Pedro. I'm like, done deal.
Pedro from then on.
Do you look like a Pedro?
Not even close. No. Yeah, pretty white.
So no mustache.
No. That's Pedro for you, eh?
Yeah.
No, and my memory from that is you stomping on my iPod. Was that you or Seb?
Make it sound a lot worse than it was.
Sounds terrible.
And it wasn't stomping on your iPod. You dropped it, or we were fucking with you because we used to take your desk. We used to take like, as soon as you would leave.
The whole desk, by the way, would move the entire desk, flip it upside down.
As soon as you would leave to go to the bathroom, anything. Pencils were distributed throughout the class. It wasn't just us. It was throughout the class. And the whole time Pedro watched this happen.
He let it.
We'd flip his chair, flip his desk, and like we'd all have his shit, right? Like all of his books, everything. And then he'd come back to class, go, walk in, flip the chair, flip the desk. And he goes, "Okay, who has my book?" And they were like, "We don't know." And the worst is when we got a hold of his planner. Holy shit!
I was the only one who used that thing.
Rip pages out of it. Oh man, it was terrible. It was terrible.
You guys remember when you lit it on fire in Seashell too?
Like, I forgot about that.
We did a trip.
Yeah, we put it in the fucking furnace.
Yeah, in the actual fireplace.
Set that on.
Why
fire.
were you friends with these guys?
That's what good friends do. You know what? Yeah. I think they're good friends. They gotta bust your balls a little and destroy your property and all that kind of thing. Right. That's a good friend.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it's my bad. We've grown from that.
Maybe a little
bit.
Anyways, welcome back, Jesse. You haven't been here since season 1. Welcome back, Joe. This is your first return of this season.
Season 3.
And today we're having a little check-in episode. And this has become a little thing of ours. We do this a few times on the podcast once in a while. And I think for season 3, my plan is to do it every few episodes or so, just to get a pulse check on myself, Kabir, and then 2 of our friends. Kabir is looking over my shoulder behind me because Kabir is looking at another person who's here today, which is Jesse Beavis. Jesse, do you mind putting your face in front of that one? I think that'll work.
Is that Jesse from...
The other way now. So Jesse's joining us here today, too. Jesse's not actually part of the conversation today, but just wanted to come
studio audience,
yeah. Live studio
audience. Hold the applause,
please. Someone hold up a sign. So how check-in episodes work, just for people who this maybe is your first time listening to a check-in episode on the podcast On Your Mental, we ask about 3 aspects of our lives in these episodes. We ask about our work life, our personal life, and our mental health. We each take a turn rating that on a scale of 1 to 10 and just go kind of around the room, sharing how we're doing and checking in on each other, because it's important for men to check in with each other. It's something that we don't often do in our day-to-day lives. So we just set a little date for it to do that today. So first thing is going to be on work life, because work life's easy enough to start off with. How's the wife? How's the kids? How's the job? If it's okay, Joe, would you be able to share how your work life is going first? Because normally we actually start with myself, and we go around this way. I want to do a little reverso. A little boomerang this way. Yeah. Start with the guest.
I spent all night planning you going first, and then Kabir, I'm lost now. Yeah. Work's good, man. I love work. I love my job. Oh, wait. Let's give a number. Let's give like a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Whoa, Nelly.
How dare
What?
How dare I? I'm sorry.
No, that's good. That's great. I just
Son of a bitch.
I could never.
exactly.
Well, get some good jobs, guys. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah. My bad.
Where are they?
Anyways,
Gotta put that
Joe,
on the application form.
this is a good job.
Yeah, it's good. I love it. I love being an RMT. I'm actually, in the next couple weeks or so, I'm taking a special course. It is a Titleist Performance Institute course. So it's actually...
Come again?
Yeah, it's okay. So Titleist is like one of the major golf brands.
Oh, shit. Titleist like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Wow. So they have a course for professionals, usually healthcare professionals, RMTs, physios, chiros, that kind of thing, and golf coaches. Take their course and you learn how to assess someone's golf swing.
Cool.
But they teach it from a very anatomical and biomechanical perspective. So what that would allow me to do is have golfers come into the clinic, and I would be able to help them with their swing, help with any restrictions they have, that kind of thing. So, I mean, as you know, I love golf. So it's a good opportunity to combine work with another one of my loves, which is golf, and bring them together. So I'm really excited for that. That'll be the next big work thing for me.
That's cool. Is that the first time you've done something a bit more specialized? Like, this is to a certain sport, right? RMT can be very general. It's a whole body. But is this the first time you've done something that's like...
Yeah. So I've been an RMT for a little over a year, and this is actually the first course I'm doing.
Cool. You excited?
So excited. Yeah. And summer's coming up too. So playing a lot of golf, hanging out with people, and I might meet some people on the course that'll...
bring them your way, man.
Exactly.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Sorry, the tree's kind of in the way today, man.
Fuck, she just gets you wrong.
Get him, man.
That guy, man. Fuck. Get this guy out of your chest. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Cut the branch. Man, sorry. I could actually. Do you want me to cut that?
Yes.
I'll cut it right now.
Don't cut it.
No,
It's a plant.
man. Come on.
I actually cut off a couple already today off of that one. I don't want to cut anymore.
Leave it alone.
Oh, no, not cut the video. Cut the plant.
I was a bad
Does
friend.
that
mean
Come
you
on,
can
man.
fix Jesse's golf swing?
I can. Well,
Really?
actually,
That's
no,
pretty-
I can't. There's just no way.
Yeah, I
There's
was going to
really
say, I
nothing
think you
can
need
do.
a few more courses to...
If he came in, I'd probably just be like, it's time for a new sport, man.
For the record, Jesse's looking very defeated in the corner. That's awesome, Joe. So a 9 out of 10 for
9
you
out of
for
10.
work life
Yeah.
right now. That's great to hear. You're excited. You got new stuff coming up. You're learning. You're growing at work.
Wow, you nailed it.
Fantastic. Jess, yourself, work life. I love hearing about your work life, man. It's so interesting to me, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
So much on the go.
Well, work life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it a 6.5. And that's cap.
I was gonna say that's higher than I was expecting.
I mean, I'm just, in case any of my colleagues watch this.
I
Anyways,
love my job.
I love it. Yeah, exactly. Work's been interesting, man. We've had some pretty serious ups and downs since the last time, at least, I've been on here.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually had a coworker pass away.
Oh my God.
I had another colleague that, again, this is someone that I would work right next to either every day or every other day or whatever it was, right? And my other colleague that I was working quite closely with, and I'd hang out with him and his family quite often, had moved to Alberta.
Oh.
So I went from going to having all these, great guys up front with me to, one after another kind of leaving. And that wasn't too fun. But, I try to make the best out of the situation. It was like, hey, maybe now I can rise to a higher position, maybe be able to ask for a raise, that kind of thing, right? Moving forward, I was usually there like every day from 8:30 till almost 8 o'clock again, right? So I was spending almost 11 and a half hours, 12 hours there a day when I was working, because I was trying to catch up on things and help the service department move forward. But from that, we actually got a couple coworkers, new guys come in, and really good guys.
Nice.
Really, really good guys. One of them, Travis, I get along with very well. always throw jokes back and forth. Gets my references. You know, we're falling in love.
Travis.
Slowly building a bromance.
Oh yeah.
I love Travis.
Travis, man, I love him.
And even more so, which is really awesome. The colleague that had passed away, his son is now working with us. Which I thought was really special, really cool. You know, he thought about it a little bit before, and his dad kind of urged him to do so. And you know, me and his dad would have conversations with him, and it was actually so it's pretty cool having him come on and be with us now. But me being 25 and on the front counter, I'm the most senior advisor at my job right now.
Really?
The most senior advisor. And I'm the youngest.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's always a weird dynamic when you have more experience at a job than people who are older than you. You don't want to be like talking down to them.
No,
you're not.
exactly.
There's a respect there. Like respect your elders. Right?
Exactly. Yeah. 100%. And I try, I try not to. The way I go about it is I'll show them, right? I'll be there for you, right? I'm more of a hands-on kind of learning person, right? I'm visual and hands-on. So if I can see it, do it, and get it done, then it's easier for me to repeat and understand the process. So I try to teach them that way, right? You know, get on, do it, right? I'll watch over you. I won't let you make a mistake. I'll make sure you do the right things. Or if you make a mistake, we'll go back and we'll talk about it, right? Some of them listened, others don't, right? And it's whatever, you know what I mean. It's not. I'm not gonna sit there and force you to do it. I'm not your boss. I'm not trying to be your boss, right? I'm trying to be your coworker, man. If you want my knowledge about what I've been doing for the last couple of years, then I'll give it to you, right? But if not, you do your thing, I'll do my thing, and we'll see who comes out at the end of the month.
Right.
Who comes out on top, right? So
employee of the month, right?
actually, so here's the funny thing.
Oh.
The colleague that passed away, they named it an award after him, and they were going to be
sweet.
giving it as an employee of the month. So every month they would get that award. The first month it came out, his wife and his youngest son came out to give it to me, present it to me as employee of the month.
Wow.
It
Man.
was man, yeah, it fucking teared up.
No kidding, man.
My whole freaking building. I'm like. So it was a pretty special moment. So other than that, I've been busting my ass, doing my thing. I've actually been doing fairly well at work as well. So I've been hitting all my targets. So
Nice.
can't necessarily complain.
And the 6 out of 10
Yeah,
from
6.5.
what I'm 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Sorry. From what I'm hearing, it's like that's the ups and downs of losing these team members, these people that in a way are like they become your work family, right? And so you're losing those people, but also these long hours. Does that play into you feeling like
Long
it's not
hours,
quite up there?
100%. You know, some things changed in my life that allowed me to have more hours at work. So I use them at work, try to gain more knowledge and do whatever I could to try to make that extra dollar. Ask for a raise. I got a raise because I was working hard. And it's brutal sometimes with the things that I deal with. Right? You know, people say, you know, bad things happen in threes, right? Bad things happen to me 3 times a day. 3 times a day.
So 6.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10, man.
Cabs, how's your work doing? Work life. Work life.
After the most recent restrictions got lifted, things are picking back up at the rec centers.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So
Good to see.
People getting
Love to see it.
recreational.
people are getting recreational.
Getting wrecked.
Oh, do you know what's crazy? I was at the pool today and I had a crazy thought. Sorry to interrupt you, by the way.
No, that's fine. No, I don't really have too much to say. So
Over the past like couple months, been going to the pool a lot. It's the only time in 2 years where you have a community of people, no technology, no phones, and everybody's just there hanging out
At the pool.
Yeah. But like if you think about it, in the past 2 years,
Because you can't take the fucking phone in the pool. You
Well, you
best
can't-
believe if you could, people would be sitting there with their phones at the pool.
I know.
I mean, just
but
put
like
in a Ziploc bag, right?
some
I
people,
mean,
some people
yeah,
actually
what are
bring.
you
There's
gonna
this
do with
one
it?
guy. I always see he has his iPad in the hot tub.
Mm.
He just walks a tightrope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's cool because like I think we've been so isolated for 2 years. And
Sure.
then when we're,
I
like,
get what you're saying.
yeah, it's nice to like. I just realized I was like, it's nice to be around people. No masks, nothing going on, just looking, hanging out.
Little community.
Yeah,
yeah, look at a little sense of
exactly.
normality back.
Yeah,
But
Normalcy? Doesn't matter.
now I'm lost. Yeah, no, things are picking back up after those latest restrictions, which is nice. Like people are coming into the rec centers more. Programs are starting up again. More capacity. But the initial, like talked about it before, initially when those restrictions change, community centers are in like a scramble for like a week because they can't like they say gyms are back open, no capacity, but it's not like every community center has just a gym. They have so much other shit to focus on, focusing on calling people to say, hey, we cut you from this program, but you're allowed back in now because the capacity's up. So it's a lot of complicated stuff, but overall it's good.
Because you look at it from like our end as the users of something like a gym, right? It's like, oh, gym's open now, I can go.
Yeah.
But for y'all, you're organizing all the classes and everything around it too.
So like the restrictions will change and people will come in the next day, like a whole bunch of people will be like, gyms are open now, so what the hell are you guys doing? And we'll be like, it doesn't work like that at the community centers. We're not like just a private gym. But overall it's good. Overall it's fine.
What the hell are you guys doing? What's your number?
8.
8 out of 10?
Solid.
8.
That's enough. That's
solid.
It's higher than last time.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a 6 or something last time.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 points.
Yeah, better.
Nice.
Things are good.
Happy to hear it. Joe, do you remember my rating last time?
On work?
Yeah. It was
like
low.
A 2?
I think it was. It was either a 2 or a 4.
Yeah, it was low. I can't remember, but it was low.
It's higher now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. So a little backstory for everybody. I had taken some time away from work. So I don't know if you even knew this. You knew this. Maybe you did, Jess. I don't know. Either way, I took some time away from work.
You didn't come see me, that's all I know.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? I spent it ended up being about 6 weeks away from work.
I did know this.
Unpaid.
Oh,
At the end of it. What are you going to do? You know?
Yeah.
The reason why I took the time away from work was to improve my mental health and step away from something that I learned at that point when I was at either 2 or 4, whatever it was out of 10. It's hard to shift out of that when you're still in the environment so often, when you're still going to work 40 hours a week. You can't look at it differently. It's hard to suddenly change that. There's only so much like self-talk you can do and be like, oh, I love it. These are the things that I love. You can only do that so much, you know? Like the things that piss you off are still going to piss you off, right? Jess is nodding his head.
Hells yeah.
So right now, after that 6 weeks away, I reflected on the things that I like about my job. I reflected on the things that I like to do for work in general. And what I came out with was that I like helping people. That was the thing that I've talked about that before, actually, a long time ago. I like helping people. I like supporting people. I like problem solving. That's the thing that I like to do. And I realized that my job in sales where I work doesn't really allow me to do that. It doesn't let me problem solve every time. Sometimes it does. Maybe like 1, 2 out of 10 customers, you're addressing a problem that they have, right? The majority are they're excited to buy something. And I don't feel like fulfilled in what I enjoy doing when I'm helping those customers. I used to work in service and I loved that. But at the time I was wanting to move up. I wanted to expand what I knew and broaden my perspective on work. And so I moved into sales. I've realized I love support. I love service. And so I'm working towards getting back to a position like that now. And my time, for the time being where I'm still in sales, I'm happier because I'm not putting pressure on myself to achieve goals that I don't enjoy achieving.
Fair enough.
You know, I'm focusing on the person who's in front of me when I'm helping them, and I'm making the best of my time there. So my work right now, coming from a 2 or 4 the last time I did a check-in, I'd probably put it as high as an 8 in general with work.
My man.
Which is solid.
You should take 6 weeks off more.
You should take 6 weeks off more.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the unpaid part of it, like a bit of a bummer.
We should get summer vacation. That's what we need.
We should.
We
man.
should. Why do they take that away?
I can't believe
you have
it.
that in high school, you have that in elementary school, and then out of nowhere, you just don't have that
You're
anymore.
an adult and you
Yeah,
don't get time
like,
off
fuck,
anymore.
They should just.
We
let
should
it
have been
go.
teachers.
Yeah, we should have been teachers.
Question for you then.
Yes.
How about this? What if you had to work at least 6 days a week to get something like that off? Would you do it?
To get 6 weeks off, like in a year in a
'Cause wait,
row?
it's-
One year?
So that's what? So hold on. So hold on. That's
52
that's
times.
I
50.
wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it, and I'll tell you right now. Would not do it.
You don't think you would?
Mm-mm.
So if you worked 6 days a week, so that's one day you get off a week,
Can't do it.
right? But that's what is 52 days.
52 weeks?
50, yeah, well, yeah, it'd be 52 weeks, but in total it'd be 52 days, right? That you would
Right.
that you would technically miss because you'd usually have a 2-day weekend.
I get what you're saying.
You know what
I
I'm
get saying?
So imagine those days you get during the summer. Would you do it? No?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
I need my 2 days off in a week.
Interesting.
I need the
Interesting.
little micro breaks.
Yeah,
work.
straight up.
Mm-hmm.
I might be able to, but like I wouldn't want to. Like when that 6 weeks comes.
So let's say if it was forced, you'd be
I've-
like, here it is.
'cause
But
I've-
you wouldn't want to do that.
because I've worked 6 weeks like in a row, maybe, or sorry, 6 days in a row for maybe like a month at the most,
Okay.
and it was rough.
Mm-hmm.
But like after, like I was like, oh, I got like a shit ton more money, so it was nice. So I wonder.
But then what do
if
you get to
would
do with
feel-
them? I guess you have your
I
summer
wonder if you
vacation.
feel as rewarded. Yeah, you get your summer vacation.
When I was in Mexico, I met a guy who, what he would do.
Hello.
Story for a second.
So he was a fisherman, and he'd work for like 4 months a year, like nonstop. It's like you wake up, work till you go to sleep, crazy, and you're on a boat in the middle of Alaska, nuts. But he made a ton of money in that time, something probably like $100,000 in 4 months of brutal work, and then would party for the other, I don't know how
8 months.
I mean, yeah,
12 minus 4.
If you think you can do that math, then whatever. But yeah, so like that's what he would do. But what about something like that, where you work like really hard for a short period of time, and then you have like most of the year off?
That's like doing the oil rigs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You work for, I think it's like you get a month on, month off kind of thing, or something like that. And I don't know. I thought about it, but
It takes a certain kind of person to be able to do a job like that, man.
4 months, because that's your 4 months. I'm assuming you're probably on the same boat with the same dude,
Same
Yep.
rig.
the same thing, and you're not.
And the work they do is hard, man.
Do you know if they're actually staying on the boat?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
oh my
No,
God.
no, yeah.
Heard it here
That would
first.
be that would be a tough one. I don't know if I could do that. 4 months.
Would
I
you
mean,
do
maybe I could.
You would do the 6 days though.
The way I think, so I work 4 days a week, right? I have 3 days off. I would sacrifice one of my days off, but I think that would be different. I was just thinking about
That would
how
be
you
different.
guys, just in
That'd
your
be 5 days.
That'd be a normal work week.
That'd be-
no,
But
I
you're
s-
longer hours.
at longer hours. So I still work same hours as you guys.
I get what you're saying.
I'm just there one less day.
Hmm.
Yeah. So if I had to work an extra day of doing another 10-hour shift, I probably would, because I'd still get 2 days off. If you had my schedule, would you do it?
Maybe, because I want the 2 days. But I don't know. It's hypothetical. Anyways, the thing though that I wanted to end on with my 8 out of 10 was that the time away without money was more worthwhile to me because it allowed me to take a step back and view my work differently and sort of reset kind of how I approach my work life, and I think that was very valuable to me, and I'm happy that I took the time regardless of paying bills effectively. I did pay my bills. Anyways, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10.
8.
8?
8.
You were 8? Oh, you were 8. 8. 8, 8, 9, 6.5. Boom.
Wow,
That's our work.
that's a high average.
That's a pretty high average, yeah.
Nice.
Sorry about that.
Yes, no, it's
No,
all right.
no,
We'll do better to get you down next time.
Yeah. Next time will be better, I promise.
That brings us to our personal life, and we're gonna do the same thing. Just running around here. Out of 10, how would you rate your personal life? And you can interpret that however you want. Things that are going on in your life outside of your work. So, Joe, how about you? How's your personal life?
Man, I don't really have any complaints. I don't have a reason not to give it a 10. Yeah,
You're allowed to give it a 10.
yeah. I mean, I have my close friends, and I have the things I like doing, and I do those things, and I hang out with those friends. So I don't know, like,
Check.
I kind of feel like it's a cop out just saying 10, but I also can't see a reason not to give it a 10.
Now, can I ask,
Please.
from last time, you were letting us know that things were going on with your dad.
Yes.
How has that progressed? How are things going with your father? How's he doing?
Yeah. So he's doing a lot better physically. So he was in and out of the hospital, heart issues, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's why the last time we talked, that was a different time.
That was a different
Wow.
time.
A lot has happened. So yeah, I mean, he's doing a lot better. He's a lot healthier. The reason why his health suffered was due to basically years and years of alcohol abuse. So he's still dealing with that. He's in a what's the term? Let's call it a rehab center, that kind of thing. So he's like there for 3 months, kind of like locked away and going through that program. So it's nice to know that he's doing something, he's being taken care of. Like the amount of stress and burden that was 4 months ago or something like that, a lot different now.
Okay.
So things are feeling a lot smoother and a lot more relaxed about all that kind of stuff.
The right steps are being taken.
Absolutely. Yeah, man.
Good to hear.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
But
Maybe.
also we're getting into golf season,
There we go.
and there we go.
That's what.
Maybe
it
that's
really
what the
is.
10 is. Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
that's what I live for,
Teeing
man.
off.
Yeah, and that's
Tee it off.
that's the reason why my work life is not a 10 out of 10 is because I'm not playing golf for a living.
Ah,
You're
God.
almost for
Getting
work.
there. Getting there. I'm like,
He's
I'm
bringing
inching
it
my
in.
way there. It's gonna happen. So, yeah, golf season that fires me up. It's gonna be a good year.
That's good.
Love the
That's
way you
good.
said that.
Fires me up. There's probably not many people that say that about golf. It fires me up, man. It's gonna be hard.
Well, I'm happy to hear it, Joe. 10 out of 10. Personal life is doing good for you. How about yourself, Jess?
All right. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you the number at the end. Kind of also been a roller coaster. Everything's a roller coaster these days.
Life's
I don't know,
ups
man.
and downs, baby.
It's just weird.
Corkscrews.
Yeah, corkscrews for sure,
Oh
man.
no, the security came up. Ah.
I have. Sorry, I was in a relationship last time I was here.
Mm-hmm.
That has since ended.
Mm.
Quite a few months back. Actually, around the same time my colleague passed away. It was not a fun time.
That would have been a bad week to do a check-in.
Yeah. I would not have. It'd been zeros across the board.
Mhm.
But yeah, it happened. I think it was. I don't know. It's gone. It's done. It is what it is. So now, at this point in time, again, I had a lot more time. Not only for work, but for myself. So I try to do things that I try to remember things that, keep me happy and keep me in check, just so I can not feel so either alone or whatever it may be. Started coming around, seeing a lot of you guys more. I've been actually going for a walk on the seawall almost every Sunday.
Nice. I was about to ask, you've been doing the walk still, because I remember
Yeah.
we talked about that.
Yeah. So,
Seawall's not closed?
sorry?
Seawall's not closed?
Not for
Are
this
you a
guy.
cop?
Oh, yeah.
What are you, a cop?
Is my badge?
Buddy, the fence literally, it comes for the seawall. It's like,
I think
closed,
yeah, you sent that snap where you just walked
Yeah,
through,
man. I
walked
literally
around.
just zoop right
Just
around.
Is
right
there a
around,
fence on
yeah.
the seawall?
And
Yeah.
here's
Seawall is a fence.
So tell me correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so before I did it myself,
Mhm.
the person in front of me, I would say he was probably 35 to 45,
Mhm.
white male,
Yes.
did the same thing.
Mhm.
If he's doing it, I'm doing it. Okay,
Of course. When the
Okay.
whites do it, you know it's safe.
buddy,
to
that's
do
what I
it.
mean, right?
Mhm.
Wait,
Wow.
when do you cross the street?
When the white
When
guy
the
shows
white
up
man
on
fuck is walking, right? Duh. So if the guy's gonna go around the fence, I'm gonna go around the fence. I'm not gonna climb up a hill and fucking try to go back around. No. So I usually do that, and so the reason why I keep going. Usually I'll before I came into Richmond, I do my laundry at my mother's house just for personal reasons.
the... All right.
But sensitive skin, I just can't trust the.
Oh, fair. No, that's fair. That's fair.
'cause
That's
it's
fair.
shared stuff, but it's about to change. I'm moving, so
Mhm.
I go to my mom's house. I usually just have one load for the laundry machine.
Mm.
After doing that, I drive out Stanley Park, and I park at Third Beach.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
just do a loop.
Nice.
I have usually a spot that I go to that's just on the other side of the bridge. You have
Mhm.
a nice view of
Like North Van there.
Grouse and Cypress and North Van and the bridge and everything like that. And every time I've gone on the seawall, I've seen a seal, at least one.
On the seawall?
Not directly on the seawall, but
okay.
like while I'm walking on the seawall, I'll see one
Rollerblading
pop
on the
up.
seawall?
Yeah, balancing balls on their nose and shit. It's wild, dude. But no, usually, and I just sit there and I'll usually just chill. Actually, I've been starting to listen to audiobooks, so I'll plug in an audiobook, start listening to an audiobook, and just chill it, think about it. Keeps me pretty zen, and then I walk the rest of it. Once I finish, go home, finish the laundry, and then that's my day. And usually it's a good Sunday.
So this is that extra time you have to yourself. One of the things you're spending with it.
Absolutely. So still going on walks, not as frequent as I did before. I kind of like to do a little bit more, but I've been finding I've been kind of burned out as of recently, so I'm trying to just catch up on some sleep and just be lazy kind of thing. You know what I mean? Personal time. Do whatever I feel like I want to do that day and let that be that, right?
Mm-hmm.
For all those reasons, I'm gonna say 7.
7's nice.
7.
Nice.
Did you just? Did you just say 7? Oh man, yeah,
Nice.
7. I would say 7. And yeah, lucky number 7. Why not throw it in there?
Now, we've talked before with Mitch from Movember in our Movember episode. We had talked about what happens when you start to get older, friends start to move away, things like that. And something that you've, I'm sure, experienced, and we've all talked about it, joked about it, all that kind of stuff, was you living a little further away.
Yeah.
You lived in Surrey,
Yeah.
and you moved even closer in Surrey, and still it was too far for some people like myself to make the commute often.
To be fair, when you say Surrey to Surrey, it makes it Surrey's quite big. But I'll explain it a little bit better. I was pretty much in Langley when I first moved out. It was quite far. I would say it's probably a good 45-minute drive if you're killing it the whole way. Not really, but like, you know, if you're doing a steady 120 on the highway, you know, you're doing the Vancouver speed limits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways,
You don't want to drive there.
That's the threshold for long for me. 45 minutes on Google Maps, and it's like, holy crap. That's fucking drive.
Might as well be the U.S.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Book a flight.
I was about 45 minutes away. Now that I've moved closer, to, I would say, South Surrey, White Rock area. And that, I would say, on average, is a 30-minute drive. A fair distance. And I'm still doing the Vancouver speed limits. So, you know, I get it. I get it to a degree. But I would say Sebastian lives about the same distance, if not the same amount of time.
Now, we don't go to Seb's house either, man.
I've seen people go to Seb's house. So
Once in a while.
I have never been there, actually.
I'm not pointing fingers now.
Well, I'm just you got two to none.
No, but you've been to my place once. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
But now you're moving tomorrow.
I am. Yeah, I'm moving tomorrow. Moving back to the big rich city.
Coming on down.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Gonna be a 5-minute drive away now. It's gonna be good.
Pretty much. So yeah, I'm excited for that. But again, I think it's gonna cost me this less on rent. However, having to be just so far,
It's gonna balance out.
I think I'm hoping it will balance out.
Yeah.
But
Break even.
I'm closer to. Oh, I started working at bar. I started bartending.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at Seb's restaurant. Yeah. That's the other part in your life.
Oh, listen. If we were talking about jobs earlier and we're talking about bartending, that's like a 9. Yeah, that's great. I'm having a great time over there. There's a good time. Good people. I get picked on by Sebastian usually, but you know, it's all good. It's
Social studies all over again.
Oh yeah,
man.
Big
That's
Daddy,
Pedro.
That's Big Daddy for me. You know what I mean? Big Daddy and Co. Yeah, so I started doing that, and I think that's also something that's kind of keeping me a little more sane too. I again, with all that extra time that I now have, doing that extra job has actually brought in quite a bit of decent money for me this year. So that
helps.
Yeah, that really helps.
Moving on up.
Moving on up, buddy. Moving on up.
It's a 7 out of 10. Cool. Thanks, Jess. Kabir, how's your personal life doing, bud?
Personal life, pass. No, I'm kidding. There's maybe 2 aspects to what I was gonna discuss, but the one part was I had a little bit of a I don't know how to describe it, but it was a little bit of a situation with some friends last month, threw me in a bit of a loop. So I took some time to, I guess, stop or avoiding those couple friends and to reflect on the situation.
It's not Jess, is it?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Fingers.
Damn it, Joe. But yeah, that happened. I mean, it's hard to. I don't really want to talk about it because it's a bit of
a private matter.
Yeah, it's a private matter.
Right. I think that's
subject.
what it is.
But I need some time to reflect on that. So I'm doing some reflecting. Felt that maturity even just from that situation. It gave me some perspective. And I'm ready to discuss it with them soon.
Nice.
So that'll be happening soon.
Did you reflect on that further after the conversation that we recently had?
Yes.
With
Jeff?
Jeff?
It's been like I guess I didn't really describe it well. It was a very stressful situation on me. Like something I was thinking about like every day for a while. But I think it's good now. I just need to communicate with them. But other than that, personal life's good. I watched
What
Texas.
was the second aspect though?
Yeah, no, it was just
Oh, just that.
Yeah.
It's so stressful. It's twice in your
No,
head.
no, no,
It's
no.
too-
That was the
Texas
first
Ranger.
part, and then otherwise, like everything's good. Like
Mm.
I got like a whole bunch of different shows to watch, and was watching the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Nice.
How is that?
Is that the one on Netflix?
Yeah,
Have you seen the original?
yeah.
Okay,
It's-
compared to the original.
Well, it depends on your view of scary movies.
Okay, I love them.
Like, do you like to watch them because they have like good plot and they creep you out, or do you like to watch them because they're entertaining and there's like people die one by one and that type of shit?
So it's both. You know,
Both.
you have ones like Insidious when it first came out,
Right.
Get Out, all
Yeah.
these like really good horror movies. I love those, but I also like the shitty ones.
Yeah,
They're
this
just,
is
like,
more of a
absolutely
shitty
terrible.
one.
Nice.
But the
Texas
kill-
Chainsaw Massacre.
but the kills are like pretty intense.
Good kills.
Yeah.
So question. Would you
Would you kill a man?
no? Would you more like? I feel like that's more of a gory movie.
Yeah.
Would you not?
Mm.
Yeah, it
Instead
was
of would you still call it a scary movie?
Yeah.
It would still be classified as a horror.
Yeah, it's
movie.
horror.
Doesn't it
No,
scare
I
you?
know, but would you say it's a scary movie? Is what I'm asking.
No, to people
Yeah.
our age, no.
Fair enough. Okay.
Mm.
Well,
I used to really struggle with scary movies, man. Plug my ears, squint my eyes,
Me
like
too.
would not.
yeah.
When we were in high school and we'd go to watch scary movies,
man, those are the worst.
Evan would come with us. Well, like props to Evan for coming with us at least. But he'd read the plot on Wikipedia beforehand, just so he knew when like shit would start
He
to go down.
hates scary movies.
Yeah, I
hates
know.
them. Hates them.
Man.
That's
But
actually
you
a
feel
smart
safer
move.
when you do
If you like
that, yeah.
hate scary movies and you need to watch one because you're going with the boys,
Yeah.
just look up the plot so you know what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Suppose, yeah.
You know what to expect. You
Yeah.
know it's all okay in the end. It's just a movie.
Well, I
You
used
know?
to actually. Here's something funny. So I used to actually be really scared of scary movies. Same
Mhm.
thing like you. The worst one was the original It.
Oh, sure.
I
I
watched
remember
that.
you hated it.
Buddy, I watched that when I was in grade 3
Mm-hmm.
with my friend Sam Benson.
Sure.
Sam.
That's a
Class.
fake name.
No. I was trying to. I was like, is that his brother's name? No, his brother's name's Thomas. So Sam Benson. And he's like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's not even that bad. He puts it on. The worst part of it was I didn't get to see the end, so I didn't know if he ever got defeated. So I was just scared for the next 3 years. Like I was just terrified of clowns. Couldn't do it. It was terrible. Anyways, but I found something that really helped. Was I actually when we were going in like further into high school and to when we were getting older, I actually started smoking weed and then go into a scary movie.
No way.
Buddy,
It made it better.
buddy, I'd sit there. The scary part would come up. I'd be like,
Oh shit.
that was pretty good. Like no lie,
doesn't
I
make
was
any
just
sense to me.
permed. So I'm just chilling in there, right? Because you're all like, oh shit, right? So I'm just having a good time, right? So now, when I was on my way back from one of my recent trips, I watched I went to go watch one of the newest. I think it was the
Candyman.
No, it was one of the newest. What's it called?
Paranormal.
Michael
No,
Myers.
No, fuck,
Halloween.
Come on, don't do this to me.
Doesn't matter. Just a scary one.
Anyways,
No, I want to know what
watched it
it
on
is.
the- I watched it on the plane. It was
What was
dark.
it?
Dark.
Describe it. Describe the movie.
It was by I can't remember the name of it.
Teeth.
When was it?
What did they do? The Annabelle. What was the what?
Oh, Conjuring.
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 Yeah.
Thank you. It's the newest Conjuring, but I really liked the first one.
Right.
I thought that was the best one.
I thought
Mhm.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Second and third were garbage.
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
But so I just sat there and I was just like this, just laughing on the plane. So they don't really scare me anymore. I can watch I think any scary movie.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It cracked you.
Oh yeah.
Another case where marijuana saves the day. I'll
don't
tell
know
you
what
right
it is,
now.
man.
First time I watched a scary movie while I was high, it was like I was like in the movie. I felt like
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
No,
I was not.
shit.
I wasn't as chill as you were.
Yo, dude, you were on some.
I was watching Oculus.
I'm
I was watching
gonna-
Oculus too.
that was-
You guys watch Oculus?
Oh, that's a
Buddy.
weird one.
With the
Yeah.
mirrors?
Buddy.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, and there's
And
like
the-
trivia shit.
remember the
happening.
apple? The
Yeah,
girl
she
bites
bites
the
into the
apple.
light bulb, and
Oh,
it turns out
yeah.
to be the apple.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Oh.
No, she
Spoiler
bit into an
alert.
apple. She bit into an
2008
apple.
movie or
Turned out to be a light bulb.
Listen, man.
Oh no, it was the other way around.
No.
Guaranteed.
So she intentionally
Kabir's
bites into a
fat.
light bulb?
Okay, so sorry. So this is what happens. She grabs the apple,
Yeah.
bites into it, turns into a light bulb, and she starts pulling glass out of her mouth.
Yeah, I
and
remember
then
that.
it changes back into an apple.
I remember
Okay.
that.
So you're both kind of right and wrong.
Hey,
Doesn't
I hate
matter.
to break it to you. That wasn't weed, bro. You were tripping,
That was
man.
poison
No,
apple.
I'm telling you, it's that's literally probably the only. If I'm ever worried about it, and I'm good.
So Cabs, you got your movies.
You
got your friend sitch evolving.
Yeah.
You're now comfortable with how much you've reflected on it. You're ready to communicate how that experience has been for you to said friends.
Yes.
And move on from there.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
Correct. So
Correct. So what's your personal life at? 0?
What is that?
It's a
9.
Yeah, 9.
It's a 9.
Nice.
Nine's good.
Turn the 6 upside down.
It's
It's
a
a 9
9
now.
Nine's
There we
good.
go.
9.
Nice. Cool. So 9. So we had 10, 7, 9. Personal life for myself. I'd put my personal life up at a 10 as well. I know I feel corny doing it.
Heck yeah.
Actually, no.
No,
Let me take a point off. Let me take a point
Aw.
off. I've been feeling that I haven't been spending as much time as I might like with friends, but I've been doing as much as I can with being on games and stuff. I've just been busy especially over the last month and a bit, with just getting stuff around this all planned and rolling for the 3rd season here and filming a fair bit, and we've got, like, for example, this week Kabir and I were filming this with you guys, but we've got a special one that we're going to be filming on Wednesday, so a back-to-back film. So I just feel a bit busy. I don't feel like I have as much time. For example, gross. That was anyways. That was like straight off my finger. I've been picking it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like an insect or something.
No.
Like, me and Joe were just like this.
We both retracted. Like, huh.
Anyways.
I mean, it's your house, so do whatever
That's
you want
gonna
with
be
your
a
skin.
great shot.
I hope it was in focus too, when in the camera. It's like, yeah.
Oh
I
man.
might cut it out. We'll see. Probably will. I was going to say, though, I haven't had as much time as I might have liked to have for myself.
Yeah.
Having extra time for myself. I haven't really felt that necessarily. I've been keeping busy per se, but otherwise things in my personal life are great.
Good.
I won't get too much more into it because I don't have a lot to complain about.
Yeah, fair enough, man.
Right?
And this is a podcast about complaining.
This is a podcast about complaining, but no, this is a good space.
I'm kidding.
I've just good vibes, man. Good vibes, good stuff going on in my life. So I'm feeling really happy. But I think that I wish I had a bit more extra time to myself. That it's weird actually coming off of that 6 weeks of not being at work. It's a big adjustment to be back at work full time.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you traveled recently, and I'm sure after that time coming back
Yeah.
traveling, it's like oh shit, like I'm back into my day to day. I forgot what a routine was like.
And I came back and it snowed.
Oh, give me a break. man.
Exactly, bro. I was like, what is this? I just spent all my time in like 15-degree weather. It was all sunny, shining. It was like
15
terrible.
degree.
15-degree, bro. Better than your fucking.
Yeah.
It was better than here.
Yeah,
I
what are you
it's still been cold here, man.
Telling
Awesome.
me you don't want to go?
15 degrees. Would you go like an hour south or something like that?
No, I went to Portugal.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah,
15 in Portugal?
yeah. It was.
It was in the winter.
Celsius?
Yeah, winter. It was.
What, Fahrenheit?
Wouldn't that be like freezing?
Jeez, can't wait to get back to Vancouver. No, yeah, 15 degrees Celsius, and this was I was in Lisbon for pretty much the whole
Sick.
trip.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go there so badly for so long. Portugal.
I'm telling you right now, just
Just go.
do it.
I really want to go.
Yeah.
I met a lot of people that said Portugal is one of their favorite places ever.
I've met a few Lisbons myself.
Ah.
Nice people.
My man's.
Anyways, I'd say 9 out of 10, just because I wish I had a bit more time to myself these days. I was used to this 6 weeks of freedom in a way.
Yeah.
I had a lot more time to just socialize, and that was great. I'm hoping as things open up, because we've now got our plan. Restrictions are lifting. We might even be done with masks next month. I doubt it,
No.
but we'll see.
Do you mean
I'll
like
hope.
work or just in general?
In general, I think as things open up,
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
I'm
You
sick
know?
of
I
them.
think I'm gonna go reverse mask it, balaclava everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Just eye holes and mouth holes. Fuck you, right? I think we should start that. I think that's the next mask strategy.
I was
Anti-freedom rally.
Yeah, that's right.
I've been thinking about something recently. So we've 2 years in the Pandi.
Yeah.
That's not. Don't make.
Don't refer to
That's
it
not
as
a thing.
please.
Pandy.
The Pandy.
2 years in the Pandi.
2 years in
Oh,
Pandy.
man.
Assuming we're like making our way out here. Okay, and we're going back to normal. Do you think that people are going to be like kind of socially awkward because we've been
Without a
lacking
doubt.
in the
100%,
department?
100%.
Or are people going to be so eager to connect and socialize that it's going to be the opposite? And we're going to be like a hyper social culture.
I think it's going to be dependent on your age.
Okay.
Anyone, I feel like anyone like us, and I feel like we might be, in my opinion, we might be like the border
Okay.
where
Yeah.
anyone our age and younger is going to be eager to get things going. Older people are going to be like hesitant.
That's funny you say that. I thought it was going to
You
be
think
the
it might
other
be
way
the
around. In the sense, I thought people younger than us might be the socially awkward ones. But maybe the people younger than us have been going out regardless of restrictions, and then they're not going to be socially awkward.
Well,
They have like younger is like high school and stuff. They're still doing their thing.
Yeah, they're
still at
fine.
school and hanging out.
Unaffected, relatively.
Yeah.
I feel like I myself am definitely.
I thought I was going to be socially awkward.
I'm definitely socially
I
awkward
don't remember
now.
what it means to go out.
No, me either, dude. I can't talk to people anymore. I don't know what it is. I just.
But anyways, this brings us to our last little bit because now we've got all of our scores. Let me try and do it again. That was 9, 7, 9, 9 again.
Yeah.
No,
I gave
10.
it 10.
No,
You're 10, sorry. 10, 7, 9, 9.
You know what? I'm gonna
Nine.
knock a point off.
No. Just because you saw me do it, now
Yeah.
you want to knock a point off?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, there we go.
That's 10.
10. Yeah, once you say it, that's your final answer. You're kind of locked in.
Yeah,
on
no,
it.
I'm good.
Mhm.
I feel
Lock
great.
her in.
Okay. That brings us, though, to our last little bit here, which is on mental health. I mean, this podcast started out of a necessity for some mental health benefit for young men, old men, and now it's blossomed into mental health stuff for everybody. But anyways, Joe, how's your mental health? If you had to rate your mental health today on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you at today? And why?
Today's great, man.
It was that sunny day.
Sunny day. I did so much today. I woke up.
That's it.
No, I woke up.
How did I get here?
What did I do today? No, I woke up, made some coffee, and that's like ritualistic for me. Love it. Love a morning coffee. So good.
Mhm.
And then went to the pool. Did some sauna,
Pool
cold
party.
plunge,
Pool
pooling,
party.
that kind of
Pool
thing.
party.
And that's where honestly the pool is where I think that I take care of my mental health. Because that's where I meditate. It's where I focus and concentrate. No technology, no crap, and exercise too.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, that is like religion for me. I go to the pool. Like that is what I do.
It's like if you had a doctor who was helping you with your mental health and say you can do all these things to benefit your mental health, that would be all those things checked off there.
Yeah,
Social connection, exercise,
meditation, That's
silence,
huge.
hop
That's
in
been
the sauna.
huge.
the
Yeah, I
cold
think one of the
plunge.
reasons why my mental health has been, in my opinion, very high recently or very good is that it's the meditation. I've been doing it on and off for years, but there's times where I'd commit to it for a couple months at a time here and there, but I've been treating it like a job recently, where it's like it's something that like I do it and there's just no questions asked.
Right.
And yeah, it's been really, really good. I mean, there's like probably thousands of types of meditation, and I couldn't name a single one of them other than mindfulness meditation, which is just thinking about it's what it is. It's you're practicing the ability to pull yourself into the present moment. And it sounds very like woo-woo and voodoo-y magic stuff, but it's like it's actually the one meditation that has a whole bunch of like scientific research done on it.
Interesting.
And it has like it's crazy results. But yeah, just doing that every day has been huge because we live in a society where we're constantly bombarded with stimuli and stress and anxiety and all these kind of things. But most of these things are unwarranted. You don't need, like a lot of times when you are anxious or stressed, it's not the actual situation. It's a concern over like a potential future situation. I don't know, like our brains are pretty wild when it comes to these kind of things. If you are able to pull yourself out of that like imagination, that imaginary situation that doesn't exist yet, into where you are right here, right now, like you're gonna be fine. Like you're okay as long as you're not on fire. Or drowning, like you're okay. And you're capable of dealing with any situation. It's just that we tend to worry about the future, or we dwell on the past, but we're not here, right? So that's the point of what I'm doing, is to always like practice that ability to bring myself back to where I am in the moment. And like that has helped in dealing with pretty much everything that's come my way in the past few months.
That's awesome.
So mental health is good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you give it out of 10?
I give it a 9.
Sick.
The reason why it's not a 10 is because
He wanted to deduct a point that last one.
Yeah. That's
So he
that's
did- so
why
he did it-
I
he
can't give
carried
another
over.
10.
it's because my hand smells like skunk.
Oh,
What's all this in?
Did you pull off a skunk?
Jesse. Basically.
He
Well,
pulled off a skunk. huh?
Jesse's dog, Bobby, whom I love dearly,
Mm.
she got skunked the other day.
Mm.
Bad. What happened? Like she was like sniffing at the door, and you let her out because it's what she does, and there was a skunk in the front yard.
Oh,
skunk was on
man,
the property.
trespassing.
No, she was not.
Trespassing, bro.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She just
No way.
bolted out of the door right
Yeah.
at this thing, and then I just hear Jess yell, "Uh-oh," and I asked what happened, and like she got skunked. This is the second time. Probably just over a year ago she got skunked.
Maybe just has a thing
previously.
against skunks.
Clearly,
Mhm.
it's like they're, I don't know what it is, but probably because
Mhm.
they smell.
Mhm.
Doesn't like 'em. But yeah, so my
like the
hand
way that
smells like
smell.
skunk. I have some clothes that smell like skunk.
Ah,
like,
bummer.
do you know what? It's a strong when it's right up in, like, we've all smelled skunk before.
Yes, yeah, but
right.
it's like at a distance.
At a distance. When
Mhm.
it's in your face, it doesn't smell like skunk.
Mhm.
It's some other odor. So it's like some chemical odor that's
Weird. Burns
extremely strong.
I once saw a skunk get run over, and then that's when the stink went off.
Oh my god.
So it was like trying to cross. It was so sad, but it was like trying to cross the road. It was like boom, gets hit, and then all of a sudden you're like waiting for like maybe 5 seconds. Then like the smell comes over. I was in my car, and I could smell it just come right through, and then another car hit it.
Oh
No.
splooged some more
Yeah.
out.
Must have. Poor thing.
Oh, man.
9 out of 10 mental health, Joe. That is great to hear. Jesse Dawson, how is your mental health today?
Uh-oh.
This guy.
Preface everything.
What kind of health? Today?
Yes,
Oh, it's just today?
it's today, but you could talk about recently
As
as
of
well.
today.
As of.
today.
As of.
So from the last time as of today?
Let us take in this last week.
Last week.
Nope. Present.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Now,
what
be
Joe
present.
said, you
Do
have to
some
be
mindfulness
present. Yeah.
meditation, for
so
God's sake.
Again,
Do you listen?
No, I listen.
Let's
I
berate
can't
him.
say
Are you
I
doing
can't say I do
it?
the same thing as Joe, but I would say I do it in a different way. As I said, I do my walk,
Yeah.
right? And when I'm on my walk, I do some very sometimes harmful, but in most times constructive and good deep thinking.
Mm.
Because it's just me, myself, and I, right?
Yeah,
So sometimes I get really in my head, and it kind of pisses me off, especially when I'm listening to my audiobooks, because I didn't listen to shit that just happened. It's just
What you
me,
mean.
right? So today, with everything that's going on and the things you know what? Today,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually really proud of myself. So I'm gonna give it 9.
Whoa.
Hell.
Let's go.
No, I got 8.5. I'm sorry,
That's all right.
8.5.
So reluctant.
Yeah. Well,
8.5 out of 10 though. But what?
I was doing a course over the last 2 days, and I crushed it.
Sick.
Nice.
Fucking crushed it. I 2 written exams.
It's a win.
One I got 100. The other one I got 98. And then 2 practical exams. One I got 100. The other one I got 96.
Nice.
No cheating?
No cheating.
Hell yeah.
No cheating. So, because of that, again, we went to school together. I was never one that
School just wasn't your thing, man.
it wasn't my thing, right? It still isn't. But
Mm.
when I do things like these courses
That you
and
care about.
and it's always something like that. So it's when I do these courses, and this is stuff that I'm spending my own money, I'm spending my own time, and I'm doing these things, getting licenses, getting different like registrations, all that kind of stuff, right? So when I do that, I just feel a little bit better about myself. It reassures me that I'm not all melted away up here.
Because you're not, yeah.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. And it just, so for me to get that kind of scoring,
Mhm.
it's nice, because I was never that kind of guy in high school or elementary school. So to now be feeling like I'm at that point.
Aces,
it's like,
baby.
fuck. Yes! I told you, Mom, I told you.
It's good validation, right?
Yeah,
It's really good validation for sure.
So today, 8.5 for sure. We had
Nice.
it was, crushed it today.
Nice.
And I packed up all my stuff. So we did good today.
Cool. Proud of you, Jess.
Thanks,
Nice.
man.
Since we are
Appreciate it.
focusing on today, right? We'll take the 8.5 out of 10. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. Kabir, how's your mental health?
Funny that Joe was what you were talking about, like with just kind of is grounding the right word to say? For
Sure.
that-
Yeah. I feel like meditation is a very general,
Right.
broad term.
Mm.
Yeah.
But even just you mentioning that I feel like, because before I was gonna say, I don't know, maybe like a 6 or 7.
Mm.
Because I feel like I've been doing a lot of, I've had a lot of like brain fog recently, like
Mm.
caught up in like my like daydreaming or thinking about certain situations and stuff. But even just you saying that, I was just like in that a couple minutes time since you were talking about the mindfulness, like meditation and stuff. I was able to just ground myself here a little bit.
Nice.
So like kind of just realizing that there's so much, like you were saying, there's so much going on, but once you're able to be in the present and realize that everything else is like not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
Maybe give myself an 8.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice little reminder.
awesome.
Yeah.
To bring yourself down low.
Yeah.
To
And
the
that's
flow.
all that it takes sometimes.
Yeah,
you know?
for
Just a
sure.
little
Legit.
reminder. You know,
Sometimes just in your head.
sometimes you are just in your head.
A lot of the time.
believe me.
Yeah, we all do it. Like it's unavoidable.
Mhm.
It's just like, what are you doing to manage that? That's the real question. If you're not doing anything, then you're just gonna get caught up in your mind for days, weeks, months on end.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
Consistently in my
advice.
head.
I like that. Hey, you and me both, man.
Yeah.
Big time overthinker. But I it's nice when you get those reminders to kind of center yourself. You know.
100%.
So sweet. Nice to hear, Caps. 8 out of 10. I would put myself quite high for today as well. I would say I part of me wants to be like, oh, let's get a lower score in there. Fuck that. I'm feeling good today. Today's feeling good. I would give myself a fucking 10 on my mental health today. For my mental health today. And the reason why is I did some things deliberately for mental health today. I went for a walk. It was a beautiful day.
so nice.
I went and I got some food, walked across to the mall
What'd
here,
you get?
got some food. I had Subway, man. I had
Eat fresh, bro.
I was eating fresh. And I had, it's been over a year, I would say, since I had Subway last. And I had
Meteor tastier?
the BMT. The
Last time we
BMT.
did this conversation, we talked about Subway.
But I had a foot-long meatball sub. Loved it.
Tried the
Still
meatball.
can't believe
It's
that.
so good, dude.
Last time I went to Subway, I had a foot long,
It's
and
good.
then I had a sandwich.
Oh, I love my sandwich order. So I started with that, and then I went for just a walk around Minaroo. Did a little walk through the park. I actually stopped, and there were people playing soccer. I haven't watched or seen soccer live in forever, but there were two games going on. I mean,
there's
like
a couple of guys kicking around.
no. Like it was like teams.
Wow. Bro.
What team is this?
Oh,
This shit's live, man.
They did technically just bring back sports, like
Yeah,
organized
perhaps,
sports. Yeah.
And so
That's
there were
funny.
two teams going, and it was just like I stopped and I watched for a sec. You know, I was
Nice.
listening to the chatter of the players.
Stop. He's like, what the hell's going on?
Bonnie.
And then I
not
kept
okay.
walking around, and then I just did the walk home from there. Stopped. There was a bunny. The bunny came right up, had some food in a bag. Came right up. Thought it was gonna give it food. No shot. Kept
That was
walking.
my fucking food.
And got home, and then I went to the gym, and I've lost weight, and I was talking about I had not been feeling great for the last little bit, and I finally lost weight again. So I'm back on track. I've stopped snacking so much at night. I'm feeling better. I felt lighter today. Does that ever happen to you guys? You know, where you're
Yeah,
just like
sure.
you
Yeah.
feel literally lighter,
Yeah.
like with your physical.
Do you feel more
body.
agile when you feel like
When
that?
I feel I feel
Yeah.
like a bit more spring. I got more spring in my step.
Yeah.
You know.
Prancing around the house.
Mm-hmm.
A little more pep in your step.
No more
I like
pep in my
it.
step.
Yes, sir.
So I went to the gym, and then I came here, and I knew I was having this, and I love doing these check-in episodes because it doesn't take planning. It's just sitting down and checking in.
Yeah.
And so today was a great day. I would put myself at a 10.
Good.
Now, last reminder here for all of us talking about mental health is that the mental health stuff changes so quickly, right? That we've talked about that on every check-in episode so far. You can have a day where you're a 10 and the next day could suddenly be a fucking 1 or a 2. You never know. But the point is that they always come back up and down. You know, you're always going to get the other end of the spectrum. Eventually you will all hit a 10.
Mhm.
So yeah, Jess,
I'd like to add one last thing. This
Please.
goes for everybody out there.
the audience.
I just found out that right now, because, and this goes back to the walks and stuff like that. So, you know, if you guys are ever having issues, I'd strongly recommend it. Right. But you can actually get prescribed a Canada Park pass. As
No shit, from a
form
doc?
Yeah, from a doctor.
Whoa.
For a form of a stress reliever or like a form of anti-anxiety.
That makes sense to me.
That
I
does
think
make
that's
sense. That's
absolute-
awesome.
I think that's amazing. I think that
Yeah.
whoever thought of that that's a brilliant idea. It just gives somebody a chance to do something maybe that they're not doing, right? Or just not something they haven't thought of that isn't medication. You know what I mean? Not treating the issue, like treating the symptoms, but coming down to the issues. You
That's
know what
awesome.
I mean? So I think that's really cool. So so think about that, because I think when we talked about so you said something to him earlier about the doctor prescribed and stuff. So as soon as I thought about that,
Those checklists,
yeah. So I think that was really cool. I saw that the other day on something online.
I love
That's
that you
cool.
mentioned that, man.
I want that.
Yeah, yeah.
I go to the doctor. Listen, man, I'm stressed the fuck out. Give me the pass, bro. Give me the pass.
When I was taking my time away from work, I went to go see a doctor because I was getting assessed for anxiety, right? And one of the things that they had said was, like, they talked about medication, but I said I don't want to take medication at this point. And so they talked about going for walks. He said one thing you can do is, like, deliberately when you're on a walk, say hello to people, like greet people, make it a point to, like, as you pass by people, say hello, say have a good day, shit like that. And it's like, I wasn't like, whatever, but that's cool. That's cool that they're starting to do something like that. That's a really great idea.
You know what's kind of sad is, like, Vancouver's one of the only places that people don't do that normally.
And it's like, I think it's so weird.
It's classic
it's
Vancouver,
awful.
man.
Yeah.
Classic Vancouver.
But like out of anywhere in Canada right now,
yeah.
like seriously, if you think about it, where else would you like to take you want to go walk down a Winnipeg street? Fuck no, man.
We got some
Winnipeg
beautiful walks
Street?
here.
I just looked at the weather in Calgary right now. It's -17, bro.
God damn.
Like, no chance.
Hey, have a great day.
Exactly, right?
Go fuck myself.
Yeah.
So I think for Vancouver, like we live in probably the best city in Canada, at least at this point in time, and usually throughout the year, unless it's absolute torrential downpour, which it has happened. But to go for walks, be able to enjoy nature and disconnect from all the stupid shit that's really got
The
you
day to
wild.
day.
Yeah, we got
The
you
day to
lined
day.
up.
Get you in the moment.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, boys, for coming in for this week's check-in episode. The first of season 3, by the way. There will be multiple more throughout the season. I really enjoyed the talk.
Me
Nice
too.
getting to hear and catch up from all of you about
Yeah.
what's going on. You catching those gnats flying around?
Buddy, that just sucked one up, I think, bro.
Thank God. At least it's going in you and not in these plants, right? Yeah. Anyways.
Goddamn gnats.
Everybody, thank you for listening to this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed the check-in. We've gotten good feedback on check-in ones before, so hopefully y'all are continuing to like them, and we'll continue to do them. But for now, we'll see y'all next week. Kabir and I are going to be running a duo for the next week's episode.
A one-on-one?
A little 101, but with a twist, and you'll see next week. So,
M. Night Shyamalan.
little M. Night Shyamalan episode. Shamalam. We'll see
Shambhala.
you.
Shambhala ding dong.
Jesus Christ. We'll see you next week. Peace.